Oh wait, before you do anything, we can get we can get you an achievement. It's really easy. Patrick's ID card is right here.
Okay.
Right here on the table. Yeah.
Okay.
We did it. Level done. Let's go.
Whee!
That's funny. My only references for Ernest Borgnine are this show and
your horoscope for today.
Yes, that's it.
Because I was literally just listening to that today. Because since I am going on a road trip tomorrow, I was adding a bunch of music to my MP3 player. Yes, I still have an MP3 player. I don't care if anybody judges me because fuck you. So I was adding a bunch of music to it, and I realized that there were a bunch of Weird Al songs that I was listening to recently that I hadn't added to it because I rarely use my MP3 player anymore. So I was like, oh, I'm gonna add a whole bunch of this stuff, and I'm like, oh my god, I don't have your horoscope today, so I started listening to that. And I'm like, damn, this song is... God, it fucking slaps.
It does. It's one of those more underappreciated ones.
I will say, I think, if I had to, pick a song I like... I mean, there's rarely a song I don't like by Weird Al, but I gotta say, if there is one, It's All About the Pentiums is not one of my favorites. Because my friend was like, oh, that's one of my favorites. I'm like, oh, I haven't listened to it. Let me listen to it. Because we were doing our live stream when Weird, the Al Yankovic story came out. So we're all, talking about our favorite songs. And I'm like, oh, let me listen to it. Not that great of a song. It's, okay.
Yeah, it's one of his more, forced parodies. To an extent.
Because there's a lot of stuff that's, it's really, really natural for him. It just sounds like this is the actual song rather than a parody of a song.
Yeah, Saga Begins and White and Nerdy.
Yeah, another good one is Word Crimes. When he starts rapping during the song, and I'm like, this is, really fucking good.
Yeah.
Weird Al out here saving the rat game. But, that, your horoscope, although that's not a specific parody, it's more just a parody, but even then, it just, the way he's just does the actual lyrics is just damn, this is it just sounds so natural, and it's really, really good. So when it is more forced, it just doesn't work as much.
The All About the Pentiums is one of the lower tier ones for me. The only song of his that I really don't like is The Night Santa Went Crazy, because it's it's edgelord, and I don't hate the whole evil Santa idea, but it just seems it seems beneath him, for lack of a better way to put it.
I guess so.
And then I don't particularly care for CNR.
But here's the thing: he could have found that balance. I mean, I don't mind the song, but he could have found that balance, Christmas at Ground Zero.
Yeah,
that was a good that's Weird Al dipping his toe into more dark humor. But it still worked, and it still felt like Weird Al, and that was another song I was listening to and was adding to my playlist.
Yeah, because the dark humor aspect of it isn't the problem. It's just that the specific oh, Santa killed everybody. It just seems such a boring and played out
the Marvel universe.
Exactly, it's a boring played out concept that just it's effortless in a bad way, as if it's lazy.
Evil Superman.
Yeah. But even that, that can be done well as long as it's not actually Superman.
Yeah, it's Bizarro is good, and then with Injustice is ruined fucking everything almost. It's
and there's the version that's Harvey Dent. Kinda, sorta.
What was that one again?
The Tangent Universe. It's their version of Superman.
Yeah,
is a bald black man who is also their version of Harvey Dent for some reason.
Hey, I mean, Billy D. Williams was Harvey Dent, so I guess it's not totally out of nowhere.
Yeah. I really got to read all the Tangent stuff at some point, because I've read bits and pieces.
Because I remember I think we had one or two discussions about it. Because I don't know if it's because it kind of reminds me of the Stan Lee Just Imagine series, which I finally finished the first book, and it was pretty good. But I want to read it because I'm like, is this really, really good and does its ideas successfully? Or is it really, really fucking bad? So I'm just kind of curious. That's just on the gigantic list I have of like fucking shit I need to read and have no time to.
Well, see, that's always going to be the case, though, with any kind of, like, reimagined universe like that just uses the names and does its own thing. Because, like, the more of it there is, the more variety and the quality there is. Like, same with, like, the Amalgam books. Some of them are really, really good. Some of them are absolute dog shit. And some of them are just, like, interesting or fun just for what they are. Or, like, some of the ideas in them are just, like, stupid or lazy. Like, Dark Claw. Stupid idea, but it's great. And then, and what about the other members of the Bat family? Well, they have Sparrow, which is literally just Jubilee in a Robin costume. Okay. Could have been worse. And then Huntress, who's just Huntress, except it's Carol Danvers instead of Helena Bertinelli, which is like, okay.
That's a weird amalgamation.
I think they just couldn't think of anyone else to put with Huntress that they hadn't already used elsewhere.
The thing is, they used characters multiple times, though.
They did, but I think they were probably trying to avoid doing that as much as possible.
Yeah, that's fair.
As they had like, there's Dark Claw, but then there's also simultaneously Bruce Wayne, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. Or like, there's Amazon, who's Wonder Woman and Storm, but also Bullets and Bracelets. Which is like they're the Punisher, but also Wonder Woman for some reason.
That is also a weird combination.
Yeah, well, so is like Ghost Rider and the Flash.
That's not even trying.
And he's called Speed Demon.
Yeah. I was going through the Amalgam universe because I needed counterparts for my, DCCU and MEU universes, and I'm like, wow, all of these are fucking terrible, and I can't really use them, so never mind.
I don't know, Spider-Boy was good.
Yeah.
The worst one is probably, at least laziness-wise, is Doctor Strange Fate.
I mean, but to be fair, Doctor Strange was a ripoff of Dr. Fate, so there was that.
But... Yeah, but it's still a really stupid name. I gotta get into reading all of them, because I've only read, like, some of them, like, Dark Claw, Lobo the Duck, Spider-Boy.
Lobo the Duck, that sounds like a good combination.
Yes! Which, also, speaking of which, when is Howard gonna get his Disney Plus series? He has more than earned it.
Yes, and Seth Green is fucking perfect for it.
Exactly!
We have to get a fucking Echo show that nobody cares about.
I don't know, it could be interesting. She was okay.
No, straight up, the show is so bad that they almost Batgirled it. That's Jesus. Like the rumor. That it was that bad, but the thing is, with the writer's strike going on, they have not a ton of content, so they're like, fuck it, release it, I guess.
They literally can't afford to not do it. Love it. Are you excited for Daredevil Born Again? Even though they already did it.
Shit. I already swore off most of the Marvel universe, so I'm not watching that garbage.
Especially since they literally already did Daredevil Born Again in the Daredevil show.
Well, because you know what it is. It's in name only, because it's the same thing what they did with Spider-Man Homecoming. Get it? He's home at Marvel now because he's in the MCU, guys. Look, he's coming home. Homecoming.
Well, also, it's actually about him going to Homecoming.
Yeah, but come on, you know what it was really about.
I agree, but still, at least they have an actual logical reason within the context of the story to use it. And it's not like directly adapting a pre-existing story that they've already adapted with the same character in the same universe.
And then they even said that that Marvel executives or producers or whoever were said multiple times throughout production, yeah, we do not at all want this to be like the Netflix series. This is going to be nothing like the Netflix series. Yeah, you mean that thing that I know you personally didn't like it as much as other people did, but a lot of people loved the Daredevil show. So it's like,
Yeah, because it's a good show.
You're gonna alienate a whole bunch of people, and they're gonna hate you. You fucking
going to alienate your entire target audience. Always a great decision.
Because Disney loves doing that. I just don't get it, but hey, whatever. I'm not, a Disney executive on my third house on my yacht with hookers and blow and all that shit. So what the fuck do I know?
Remember, as
a loser.
Remember, as a rule, all the hookers have to do the Mickey Mouse voice the entire time. That way, it's family friendly.
Yes.
You have to maintain an image.
Huh? Do it out of my asshole.
No, like literally, just like someone takes one of the hookers into the other room and just hear. Oh damn! Wait, you actually managed to get most of the fucking items on the wall clean. That's impressive.
Why?
Because this shit's annoying.
Okay. Well, the wall alarm I'm doing because you have to climb up on the ladder, but yeah, most of them are pretty easy.
I don't know. I thought that was like the most annoying part of the whole thing. At least when I did it. It's funny. This is what I was doing for a good chunk of while I was watching Dexter: New Blood.
Nice. Which is it works because Clancy Brown is in both. You totally did it on purpose, didn't you?
I didn't, but I will say that I did.
That's what you always do. That's what my I think it was my writing professor in college said. He's like, if somebody claims that you did something really smart, automatically say you did it on purpose, and you'll be seen as a genius.
Exactly. So I've been doing my entire life.
So I think I got all the pipes. I will say I did leave the, what was it? These to the very last thing.
The pillars?
The pillars. They weren't, like, bad or annoying or anything, they seemed like a lot with,
It's the angles more than anything else.
Yeah, same with the fucking ceiling chute. Like, you had to, like, jump up and down to fucking get it.
Not really. If you just climb up the ladder, you can nail it from the edges. Plus, remember, you have the extenders. So, like, literally, you can just...
Okay, there we go. Okay.
Have you ever watched Solar Opposites?
No.
Oh, you should. You
say that about a lot of things. I need to watch a lot of things.
You do. Solar Opposites is the show Justin Roiland made on Hulu. Mm-hmm. And it's like... same art style as Rick and Morty, but it's like it's a lot less like dark. Like it's just like Rick and Morty, but more lighthearted. It's about a group of aliens who land on Earth, and with the intent to terraform it, but they're idiots, so they just kind of they crash landed and they just have to live there. And it's really funny, but it does have a serious subplot that runs through it called The Wall, because. Is because the main... So there's, like, 4 people in the family. There's Corbo and Terry, who are, like, the adults. And then there's their replicants, Yumulak and... for some reason, the girl's name is not coming to me. I don't remember what it is off the top of my head, which is weird, because I've watched the show a lot. It's just for some reason her name is not coming to mind. But Yumulak, over several episodes, kidnaps a bunch of people and just puts them in the wall like an ant farm. Like, he shrinks them down. And so, like, every episode, they'll have, like, a brief point where they cut away to the wall and show, like, what's going on. And it's got, like, its own internal politics and shit. And then each season has one episode that's just entirely dedicated to, like, the internal drama of the wall. And it gets real fucked, but it's so good. Like, I can't wait for the next season. It should be coming out, I think, in August. Now they have to, of course, figure out what to do about Justin Roiland.
Yeah, because he's a skeezy piece of shit. Just like Dan Harmon. The both of them. They deserve each other.
Though the way that they're validating the voice thing for Solar Opposites is that Corvo's going to get like shot in the throat with something, and then they fix it, but they fuck it up, so he sounds somewhat different.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I don't know what the fuck they're going to do about Rick and Morty, because that's just going to be a shit show. Period.
I am of the camp that they should just have Zach and Mike from Smiling Friends take over. Because, like, the two of them are, like, two of the funniest people on Earth right now.
And they could maybe make Rick and Morty actually good. Which is crazy.
Considering they've made with just one season, they've managed to make one of the single greatest shows that Adult Swim has ever produced. Yeah.
I don't know what you're referencing.
Smiling Friends. Like,
I've heard of it. I just haven't.
The episodes are almost all 10 minutes, and there's only like 9 episodes. You could watch it in like a few hours to do it. Like, trust me, if you want like a good cartoon that you can just sit down and it's just fucking hilarious, Smiling Friends is what you want. Like, it is everything you could possibly want and more. Though the best episode specifically is Who Murdered Simon S. Salty. Though all of the episodes are good. Like, granted, it's a little bit funnier if you're like really familiar with Oni Plays, like running jokes and lore. Because, like, one of the main guys who made it is Zach from Oni Plays, and he also plays one of the main characters.
That's what I figured. Like, I assume Zach, because I know you've mentioned Oni Plays enough, that, like, I assume Zach is the same guy, so...
Well, there's 2 YouTubers named Zach that, like, I heavily follow, but yes. It's him and Michael Cusack, and, like, it's such a fucking funny show. And, like, literally, they're just the best. But, like, there's a lot of shit in it that's just, like, overtly Oni Plays references. Like, there's one episode, it's called Shrimp's Odyssey, and everyone's like, oh, it's supposed to be like Worm's Odyssey. Or, like, they have, like, Oni did, like, a couple of 3D models, Lyle and Tomar show up in a few episodes. Stuff like that. They had Harry Partridge animate a character in one of the episodes who's in a different art style. Meant to mimic the Rankin Bass Lord of the Rings. I would hazard a guess that would probably be your favorite episode.
I do love me some Rankin Bass, I will say.
It's not even that, it's just because it's like, I could just kind of see it being the one that you like the most. Unrelated to that. Like, though that is definitely, like, a factor. I love how the hero cases aren't transparent for literally no reason.
What do you mean?
Like, you can't see through them. They're glass tubes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but that causes extra programming errors, my guy. They can't do that.
And yet they could have the entire fucking boatmobile be invisible?
Don't think about it too hard.
I will think about it too hard. I always think about it too hard. You should know that by now. If I'm not thinking about things so hard that it might cause an aneurysm, I'm not doing it right.
I also love how, like, in the episode, it's not like, oh, these special people have these powers, and, they have to save the world, blah, blah, blah. No, it's just, they're not special at all, it's just their suits. They're the special ones.
Like Iron Man.
Yeah. That's, like, at least, like, a mech suit. At least kind of makes sense.
Still just a special suit.
But at least, I assume Captain Magma, Elastic Waistband, Quickster, and Miss Appear aren't raging assholes.
Well, Captain Magma is Squidward. And, Elastic Waistband is Patrick. So, one of them's a pretentious dick and one...
Patrick so much?
Because he's a fucking sociopath!
He's just stupid.
No, he's not! Have you not seen the episode with the card?
Card.
Like, so Patrick gets, like, a super special rare trading card and agrees to give it to SpongeBob at the end of the day and then just actively puts it in danger and fucking destroys it. Like, he goes, oh, Patrick, why did you step in a Goo Lagoon? It's like, oh, you can't expect my average stupidity every day. I gotta mix it up. Keep you on your toes. He knows what he's doing. He has always known what he was doing. Every single fucked up and stupid thing he's ever done was entirely on purpose.
Damn, alright, Jesus Christ, calm down.
No. Plus, he's just not a good friend.
That I can at least agree with. I mean, early on he was good, but then with how the show goes on, they over-exaggerate a lot more shit. So they have to make him, like, worse, like, with all things. Like, same thing would happen with Cosmo.
Yeah.
It was kind of like, this, like, a little bit of an ineptitude, naivety kind of stuff. And, no, they just turn him into a total idiot. It's like, alright.
What is your favorite song from Fairly Odd Parents?
Song?
Yeah. There are a lot of great...
Fucking know.
Yeah, there are a ton of jams in Fairly Odd Parents.
I don't know, the one that inspired Butch Hartman to have more God in his work. That's the one that I am a fan of.
So the Pixie song.
Yes.
No, like to me, the best song is the one that when Cosmo and Wanda are in prison, and they sing about how much they love each other. I love that song. Like, genuinely good love song. It even moves the heart of Jorgen von Strangle. Like, those words of Thumbprints, that was love! I love it.
I don't know, I guess SpongeBob stayed in my head more so than Fairly Odd. I mean, I still love Fairly Odd Parents, even if Butch Hartman's a fucking asshole. But I think just SpongeBob, I just, like, know more of it. Like, maybe it's memes, maybe it's something else. It stayed with me more, I guess, so I remember more of it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Oh, that reminds me, something we gotta do. It's like, gotta be me, you, Josh, we gotta find a fourth person, maybe Kelly. We gotta do Nicktoons Unite.
Okay.
Do you know that one?
There's so many Nicktoons games that it just kind of gets lost.
So it was the first big crossover. It's actually kind of an Ultimate Alliance style beat 'em up, where you play as a team of SpongeBob, Danny Phantom, Timmy Turner, and Jimmy Neutron.
Okay.
And then that spun off into several other games because it was a quadrilogy, if I remember correctly.
I think
the first
I had that one. I don't know. I have a Nicktoons game. It might have been Nicktoons Unite. I don't remember which one.
So Nicktoons Unite was the first one. Then the sequel was Battle for Volcano Island, which is the best one. I remember
that one. I don't think I had it.
That's the best one. I fucking love that game.
I think you gave... Actually, no. I think you gave that to me, actually. Because it was like... It looked like the front cover was, like, not there, and it was just, like, a Post-it note, because I assume it looked like used. You probably bought it used or something, and you're like, here. I'm like, cool, thanks.
Yeah, that tracks. But that's the best one. It's so fucking good. Then and like that, they added more characters because Jimmy isn't in it. Like, he's in it, but only in like cutscenes for like science stuff. Because I guess they couldn't figure out a way to work him into the changed playstyle. But they added like Sam and Sandy, and I think Patrick, if I remember correctly, and like a bunch of other people.
This is gonna be a weird question, but in Nicktoons Unite, was there a level where you were in the Danny Phantom, like the ghost prison?
Yes.
Okay, I think that's the one I have, because I remember getting... I don't know if I got stuck on that one a lot, or I just played it a lot.
It's the first level.
Yeah. I think I just played that one a lot. I don't think I ever finished the game, but yeah.
Oh, they're really good. And then they made Attack of the Toy Bots.
That's the one I raged on. Yes, I do remember that.
That one's not... It's not as good as Battle for Volcano Island, but it's still really good. That's also the one they randomly included Tack. You know, of Tack and the Power of Juju fame.
Oh my god, I do remember that. You just opened up some repressed memories.
I have all 4 of the games.
The Power of Juju.
Yes, the hero... How could you forget the hero of the Poopa Nunu people?
I remember that. I don't know if I watched it or just remember the fucking theme song, but... Yeah.
I barely ever watched the show. The games came first. Like, they made the games, and then they're like, oh, now let's make it into a show, and they desperately wanted it to catch on, and it just didn't. Because it was stupid.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
I have all four of the games, though.
Nickelodeon isn't really the kings of best decisions, because, they passed on Adventure Time, but they greenlit Fanboy and Chum Chum.
And Sanjay and Craig.
Yeah, I don't know. I never watched that. I did watch Fanboy and Chum Chum. I'm like, why am I watching this? Oh well, I'm gonna continue watching it because I'm stupid.
Yeah, you were a kid. What can you expect?
Yeah, at that point in my life, I genuinely thought Superman Returns, Home Alone 3, and Spider-Man 3 were great movies.
I don't know. Superman Returns isn't a terrible movie.
It has some good in it, but it's,
It has the heart, it just fails in the execution.
It's the problem, because as another friend of mine has said, it's like, it's not a Superman movie, it's a tribute to a Superman movie.
Yeah, I can see that.
I can see that.
On stupid. There we go. Alright, one pillar is done. I think. Oh, goddamn it.
That long to do one pillar?
Well, I didn't do it all at once. I did other things between it.
Oh, okay. I was like, huh?
I sprayed down most of it. It's just getting the top of it is annoying.
Yeah.
I know there's like still some shit on the bottom. There we go. No, Attack of the Toybots was good, though it also it extended the Nickelodeon multiverse that they established with the first game. Because the whole premise of it is that, like, an evil toy, multi-dimensional toy company was kidnapping the characters so that they could make evil toy robot duplicates of all the characters, a la the Santa Claus 2.
Right.
And you have to, like, save them all. And so, like, some of the characters are like, okay, these legitimately qualify as, like, heroes from the universes. You got, like, LT Gray, or, to a lesser extent, Otis from Back at the Barnyard. But then you also get, like, Ginger Foutley.
What is it?
Ginger from As Told by Ginger.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, like... I love her, so I always love her. It's like, yeah, my girl, but it's like, what? Although that's also the only one that had, like, potentially missable unlockable characters. Like, you actually had to go out of your way to get them. Like, and it was, Jenny from My Life as a Teenage Robot. I can't remember. So, Stimpy, and I think there was one other that I can't remember. And each character in both of Battle for Volcano Island and that one had, like, an unlockable costume. You just had to, like... I forget. I don't remember what you had. I think you had to do, like, a specific task in Attack of the Toybots, but in Battle for Volcano Island, you had to find X amount of, like, a specific collectible item that would appear in the levels. So you'd often have to, like, go back and grind in a level to get enough.
I don't know. After I broke my controller playing that game, I never played it again, so, Well,
then we're definitely gonna have to get you on the show to play them.
I wouldn't mind playing. I mean, now that I, like... Because the thing is, now that I'm, like, have my anger under control, at least somewhat, I think I could probably do it. And be relatively fine. Unless you want me to play up the rage for it, then sure, why not? But, yeah, I mean, I'm sure I could do it fine. I think Nicktoons Unite, that was the one I also got stuck on a lot for some reason.
Well, because it's also just not... It's not a particularly good game. Like, as far as, like, licensed games of that era go, it's on the better side, but just as a game, it's not that good. The later ones are a lot better. Like, the Nicktoons Unite is a lot more, like, punishing, for lack of a better term. Like, healing items are... Like, healing is a lot rarer, enemies are a lot more aggressive, like, it's just a little off-balanced.
Especially when it's targeted towards children.
Well, yeah, that's when it really needs to not be well-balanced. It needs to be the hardest fucking game alive.